Looking to improve your diet in the new year? Try seeing a personal dietitian with Nourish. Nourish has hundreds of dietitians who specialize in a variety of health concerns, including weight loss, gut health, and more. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans. 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Find your personal dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
If you're running a retail business, don't let disorganized order fulfillment cause chaos. Use ShipStation instead. From running a business out of your garage to multiple warehouses, ShipStation is ideal for every phase of your growth. Save time with one login for all your stores and by automating tasks. Plus, you'll get the best shipping rates from global carriers. Calm the chaos with the shipping software that delivers. Start a free trial at shipstation.com/audio. That's shipstation.com/audio.
Caloroga Shark Media.
The ancient bells of St. Peter's toll across Rome. In a hospital room at Gemelli, Pope Francis, 88 years of age, battles a respiratory infection. Across the Eternal City, in hushed conversations and quiet corners, the whispers begin. Who will be the next to wear the fisherman's ring? The selection of a pope has always been about power. But in this moment, as the Catholic Church faces unprecedented challenges, the stakes have never been higher. 1 billion faithful look to Rome for guidance on issues that divide not just the Church, but the world itself. Climate change, sexuality, the role of women, the divide between rich and poor. In the marbled halls of the Vatican, cardinals from every corner of the globe understand the weight of the coming decision. The next pope will either continue Francis's path of reform or chart a course back to tradition. He will either push the Church toward the future or pull it back to its past. This is White Smoke. This episode is titled, The Next Pope. The Church that is breathing with one lung cannot reflect the fullness of Christ, Cardinal Peter Turkson of Ghana once observed. His words cut to the heart of the current moment. For centuries, the papacy has been dominated by Europeans, specifically Italians. But today's Catholic Church is a global institution, with its greatest growth in Africa and Asia. The numbers tell the story. In Africa, the Catholic population has grown by 22% in just 9 years. Meanwhile, in Europe, churches sit empty. In the Americas, Catholics drift away from the faith of their parents. The geographical center of Catholicism has shifted, but power remains concentrated in Rome. Then there is the American question. Could the next pope come from the United States? The very question makes Vatican insiders nervous. The world's superpower cannot also have the papacy, one cardinal, speaking on condition of anonymity, explains. The Church must maintain its independence. Yet 2 Americans feature prominently in discussions of papal succession. Cardinal Sean Patrick O'Malley, the former Archbishop of Boston, brings a record of handling the abuse crisis and a Franciscan's commitment to poverty. Cardinal Raymond Burke represents the conservative wing, a defender of tradition who has openly challenged Pope Francis's reforms. But history and politics weigh against an American pope. No cardinal from a superpower has been elected in the modern era. The Church has traditionally sought leaders from nations that would not overshadow its own diplomatic influence. The leading candidates include Cardinal Pietro Parolin, the Vatican's Secretary of State, who leads many observers' lists. At 70 years of age, he represents the moderate center of the Church. His experience in Vatican diplomacy and his understanding of the Curia make him a safe choice in uncertain times. From the global south, Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle of the Philippines draws attention. At 67, he combines Francis's pastoral approach with a deep understanding of Asian Catholicism. His election would acknowledge the Church's shifting centre of gravity. Cardinal Matteo Zuppi of Italy, 69 years of age, represents a bridge between tradition and reform. His work with the poor echoes Francis's priorities, while his Italian nationality reassures traditionalists. History teaches that papal elections often surprise. Cardinal Peter Erdo of Hungary, 72 years of age, could emerge as a compromise between East and West. Cardinal Malcolm Ranjith of Sri Lanka might appeal to those seeking to acknowledge Asia's growing importance while choosing a more traditional leader. The most intriguing possibility comes from Africa. Cardinal Fridolin Ambongo Besungu of Congo has shown both diplomatic skill and independence, famously convincing Francis to allow Africa to opt out of blessing same-sex couples. The next conclave will not just choose between individuals, but between visions of the Church's future. Three main factions emerge. The Reformers. Following Francis's path, they seek to make the Church more responsive to modern challenges, more decentralized, more focused on environmental and social justice. The Traditionalists. Concerned about doctrinal clarity and liturgical tradition, they seek a return to more conservative positions on sexuality, marriage, and church authority. The centrists. Looking to bridge the divide, they seek a pope who can maintain unity while carefully managing change. The mathematics of papal election are simple. 2/3 plus 1 of voting cardinals must agree. The politics are anything but. Francis has appointed 110 of the current 140 cardinal electors, yet this doesn't guarantee his successor will share his vision. Cardinals vote their conscience, explains a veteran Vatican observer. They also vote their concerns. The problems facing the Church today are not the same as when Francis was elected. History tells us papal transitions follow patterns. After a long papacy, cardinals often choose someone older, seen as a transitional figure. After a controversial pope, they seek a unifier. After a non-Italian, they frequently return to an Italian. But Francis broke many patterns. As the first pope from the Americas, the first Jesuit, he demonstrated that tradition can yield to perceived necessity. The question now, does necessity call for continuity or change? While an American pope remains unlikely, American influence in the next conclave will be significant. The United States cardinals, particularly those appointed by Francis, represent an important voting bloc. Their views on candidates shared informally during the pre-conclave meetings carry weight. Moreover, American concerns, the abuse crisis, decreasing church attendance, cultural battles over sexuality and gender, mirror those of the global Church. How candidates have addressed these issues in their home dioceses may influence their papal prospects. One factor that could influence the selection, the Church's relationship with China. A pope from Asia might either complicate or facilitate dialogue with Beijing. Cardinal Tagle's experience in Asian diplomacy makes him particularly interesting in this context. Then there is the notion of the African moment. If America can have Barack Obama as its president, then surely the next pope can be African, a pilgrim recently observed in St. Peter's Square. The comment reflects growing expectations that the Church must acknowledge Africa's importance. African cardinals bring both strengths and challenges to papal consideration. Their churches are growing, their seminaries full. Yet concerns about tribal politics, polygamy, and the integration of traditional African practices into Catholic worship give some cardinals pause.
If you have health insurance, you might be able to see a personal dietitian for $0 out of pocket. Nourish connects you with a dietitian that fits your needs, covered by your insurance. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans, and 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. With hundreds of 5-star reviews from real patients, you know you're in good hands. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
How to have fun anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Woohoo!
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
If you're a facilities manager at a university, you know students rely on the cafeteria for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the occasional late-night snack. So when a dishwasher breaks down and dirty plates pile up, the mess hall can turn messy in the blink of an eye. Enter Grainger. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast delivery, the product you need now is never far away. So you can turn that dishwasher back into a lean, clean washing machine. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
As cardinals prepare for the possibility of a conclave, they must balance competing demands. The need for administrative skill versus pastoral experience. The desire for continuity versus the pull of change. Geographic representation versus institutional stability. Age and health versus energy and longevity. Unity remains the paramount concern. The next pope must heal divisions while maintaining the Church's essential character. He must address modern challenges while preserving ancient truths. When white smoke finally rises from the Sistine Chapel's chimney, it will signal not just the election of a man, but the choice of a direction. Will the Church continue on its path of gradual reform, or will it seek to reassert traditional certainties? The answer lies with the men who will one day process into the Sistine Chapel, lock the doors, and make history. Under Michelangelo's frescoes, they will pray for guidance, then begin the voting that will choose the next successor to St. Peter. The world will watch the chimney, waiting for the smoke to turn from black to white, but the real signal will come later, when the new pope steps onto the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica. His choice of name, his first words, his initial gestures will tell the world what kind of church he envisions. Until then, as Pope Francis continues his recovery, the whispers in Rome grow louder, and the eternal city waits for history to unfold once again.
I've been working with a Nourish dietitian for the last 6 months, and it's been life-changing. I've lost weight, healed my relationship with food, and have way more energy. Working with a dietitian online to create a personalized nutrition plan was so easy thanks to Nourish. The best part? I pay $0 out of pocket because Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans. 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.